Hi guys, how you doing? It's going to be in the 80s again today. Another beautiful day. I don't think there's a really much of a cloud in the sky right now. Hopefully we're supposed to get some rain by the end of the week and it's going to cool off again. So I'm going to enjoy this wonderful sun and soak it in as much as I can. I want to kind of show you what we've been doing here lately. First thing, let's start with the peaches. We have several little peaches on here. I'm hoping that we can at least try them. This is the first year we've had this. We just bought it. We haven't even planted them yet. We don't know where we're going to plant them yet. But for right now, I think we're going to go ahead and just get some soil out of the fields to put in here and then just plant them in these big containers. So, but we have several peaches on this one, and there's some on this one. This one is the contender, number 5. And I don't know if she's gonna have any others, but yep, there's one. There's little peaches everywhere. The Georgia, this is a contender also, just so you know. And this is the Belle of Georgia. She's not showing, let me see here. She might have one, just a tiny, tiny one right there. Ooh, I don't know if I can focus in very well here. Just a little tiny one. But yes, this one has a lot of peaches. A lot of peaches. So I hope we get some where we can try them and see how they are. Let's get to the hut. I brought some things out of the house to the hut, like my green bell peppers and red bell peppers, and I think I got orange bell peppers. And it gets a little cooler in here, so I took them out of their little cozy place. But what is exciting, my hibiscus. I don't think she's going to make it. She was stuck in storage at minus 15 degrees. So her roots look pretty good, but I keep watering her. I don't see any sign of life. So, but what I did last year is I harvested some of her seed. And this is what's happened. I have at least 3 hibiscus growing. They just sprouted just a day or two ago. This one sprouted first, and then this one came up yesterday, and then this morning I seen this one. So I'm so excited because she's such a beautiful hibiscus. Those great big blossoms, flowers, dinner plate size, and she's just a gorgeous, gorgeous hibiscus. So I'm happy to have 3, and I hope I don't kill them. I hope I can keep them alive. So, but anyway, let's move on to the other got in here. I'm not sure if I told you I went to Kaw Valley Nurseries when we went to the city, and they were set up in St. Joe. So I got a few things. Isn't it wonderful to have something blooming? I have some verbenas. These are petunias. I have some Dusty Miller, snapdragons, manus, some lantana, and a couple of impatiens. It's in hanging baskets already. And look, my nasturtium is coming up. This is going to go straight down the middle of my garden. It's pest control. It helps keep the pests away like marigolds do. And also, the bloom, when it blooms, it's so pretty. And it's edible. Very, very nutritious. Nasturtium is very nutritious. It tastes just like a really good lettuce. So you could put it on top of your salads or whatever, and yes, it's good for you, very good for you. So anyway, and I do have my marigolds out here. Got them all out here. And they're all growing. I have like one, what's this one? Yep, that's a marigold too. Some I planted earlier, and some I planted just a couple, maybe a week ago. And then I have asters. They're getting impatient about getting out of here. They want to be planted. So do my tomatoes. Some of these I grew earlier and some later. But, yep, I've shared them. I need to share some again because I only have 12 cages out there for tomatoes. My sister-in-law gave me some acorn squash. It looks like it's about ready to bloom. And then a jalapeno pepper, a cabbage, and I have some broccoli. Here's my green bell peppers and more bell peppers. And everything is doing really well. The dianthus, I can't wait to get them out. I just cannot wait to get out and plant these. These are zinnias, and these will go in the back side of my cut flower garden. I finally decided these need to go in back because these are supposed to be the giant ones. So they may get really tall and big. So, and hopefully they'll live through the transplant because zinnias really don't like to be transplanted, but I'm going to do my best to baby them enough where they'll be happy and grow. Once they take root, they'll be fine. I have these. I've never did these before. These are the they're not rhubarb. Oh, I put that rhubarb in there because it was just one lone rhubarb. Sorry. But the flowers are the Champion Rose Campanula. And I have some face cream, some serum cream with the Campanula. So I kind of wanted to see what the flowers look like that they make it with. Pretty cool. Everything else looks pretty good in here. Salanova lettuce. I might do this today because it can take a frost, and I have plenty of it. It really needs to go out, I'm sure. The celosia, or I'm sorry, Coleus. Yep. I think the seeds kind of got away from me on that one or two. Sometimes them seeds are so little that, you know, you'd never find them in the dirt. And a lot of times you push them down deeper trying to get them out. So I just left them. I'll split them up. And then I have some Coreospis here. Yep, I grew my own. I loved it so much. But this is a different one. It's got the red in it, radiant tea Coreospis. And then I have, what is this? This is, oh, the red spike. The red spikes. This is celosia. And one of the little stems fell off one of the petunias over there, so I just stuck it in some wet dirt. And it seems like she's growing. Looks like she's going to bloom. So they're real easy to do that with. If you got one that a stem falls off, just put it back in the dirt. It should grow. Okay, let's go see what we're doing at other things. And I got a couple more containers. I'll have to bring those in. We're supposed to have like a 35 and a 36 degree night, and I'll just take those in. And the marigolds are coming up in here. I planted these all around and in here, so it'll be full of beautiful marigolds. And then I have one claw made it for my ranunculus. And I have some claws coming. I'm waiting for them. Not very patiently, but I gotta be patient and wait. And there's my fire amaranthus that's gonna go in that forge. I don't know if you can see down there, that iron forge. It'll be set up in front, and I'll tell you all about it when I do it. This is the feather top. I hope it's doing okay. This is the bunny tail. You know, I haven't had real good luck with the bunny tail, but if I get one, I'll be happy. I sure will be happy just to have one. Did I get that right? I'm sorry, I'm using my phone on a stick, so if I'm a little bit off, I apologize. But this is the bunny tail, this is the feather top, and this is the fire amaranthus. Okay, look how look how good my chocolate mint's doing. She's happy in here, but she's gonna stay in there because boy, she spreads like crazy. I did another geranium one. These look really nice. I may replace some of these if I have to, if they don't start growing very well. And I'll put another one in there too in the middle, just like I did this one. Fill them full of geraniums. Boy, they're going to be beautiful towards the end of, especially towards the end of summer. They get really, really pretty. And then my Madame Delbar Rose, she's making it through all the wind. We had some heavy, heavy wind. She got a little spot, but I think it probably just from being so winded. And I'll probably cut that off today. The wind, it won't be so windy once the warmer weather gets here. It's just a spring thing here. You're gonna have wind in the spring here where we're at. Okay, let's see here. Oh, my lilies are just exploding. The ones that I brought, they've made babies too, because I only had like 5, I think. I had one apricot fudge, and I think this is probably the apricot fudge. And then these are like the Easter lilies or whatever you want to call them. And these might be the ones, the orange and black ones. I'm not sure. We'll see when they grow up. I didn't know what I was going to get. I do know I wanted to make sure I got an apricot fudge piece because I bought it and it was a little bit expensive, but it's so cool. It's like an apricot color, the bloom is, and it's shaped like a rose. It's so pretty. I only had one last year, and it was its first year. One that looked decent. The other one looked a little bit mangled or something. But anyway, yep, the tulips and daffodils are about done, but we have some chives here. They've got buds all over them. This will be really pretty back here. And the pennies. Oh my goodness, we have a delivery. Wonderful. Okay, and this clematis doing really good, I think. I'm wondering if their leaves are supposed to be like this, but I've been watering her a little bit. But maybe she's not used to water. And more pennies and this beautiful bush. And I think this fall we'll cut it down because she's got new growth all around. We'll cut it down even with the new growth and make it more of a bush. And some of it will have to come out. Some of them just have to be pulled out or dug out. And let's see. More pennies and yeah, see, here's my hibiscus stump. And I cut it back down some more. We'll just see what happens, but I'm so happy and thrilled that my my harvest was good for the seed to sprout some more. Okay, here's one of my little purchases too, the little double impatient. And she looks like she's gonna bloom soon. And my celosia is starting to grab on to the side of the arbor. It's so cool, they just do it. It's like they know. Yep, I'll grab on. And I think this might be okay. It looks like this has been growing. This is bigger. Great, good. I think my chrysanthemum's making it. My sweet William is growing out, so it made it good. And my columbine. And this one, I can't remember the name of it, but I don't think it's gonna grow. I cut it way down just to see. Cactus, of course. And here's a new one. This is the bugleweed. And it's just a ground cover, but it's real pretty and it's nice. Once it gets big and I want it to come over the rock, I can always take a piece and put it somewhere else I want it. And I got one Coriaspis, so we could have some flowers this year. Mine will probably flower, I hope, before winter. And then my astilbe, I didn't think it was growing because I had it over here, but look, it's growing. It's growing. Okay, this one is still not done. It's gonna be probably another week before we get to it. There's just so many things that take priority, and at least this one is done. This one closer to the road, so at least it looks nice. Anyway, too, my husband got a pump for the well, and we've been using the water to water the gardens. And it'll be great for my cut flower garden. I can just use the well water, and he made this Saturday. And the seller of our home, the guy that we bought it from, he brought me this pump. Doesn't work. It needs to be rebuilt, but it's so cool. I have been wanting one of these for like 10 years, but I just couldn't bring myself to pay like $300 at an antique store. They want big money for them, and I said, I want one, but not that bad. I said, I know one day I'll run into one at a garage sale maybe, or somewhere where they're reasonable and I can afford something like that. But, I mean, right now it's just for decor. My big iron planter, it's just a long planter, and I'll show you when we go around the house. It's going to go in back here, and I'll fill it with petunias and pretty blooming flowers. And then these tree stumps, we cut down the trees over the weekend too, because they were sucking the water out of the well. They were so wet. Oh man, were they sopping wet. And I was like, man, you need to share some of that with the yard and my garden. But we're gonna kill them off, and my husband's gonna make a hole in them so I can set planters on top, small little planters up there with flowers. So, and pennies over here are doing good. There is one thing over here, I think it's just a baby penny. Hope you can hear me in the wind, but I think it's just a start of a penny. So, sure looks like it. But I'll come out. I do need to weed. I need to weed a lot. So, and the red bud is so pretty. Oh my goodness. She just gorgeous. And we have a few more out there, little ones. So my husband talked like he might want another. But I've been kind of looking at a Japanese maple. Boy, they're expensive. But one of these days, maybe we will. They are gorgeous, like three different colors through the season, and then they end up being a bright red, beautiful red. So we still don't have the lilacs. This is all lilacs through here, just too many, and they were just crazy wild. So my brother probably will come in here and just dig them out with this tractor, and we'll keep a couple of them, but we'll put them somewhere else. And then this is a planter I was talking about. My husband will drill a couple more holes in it and fill it with dirt, and it'll be a nice little planter from the farm where it belongs. And my potatoes are starting to come up. We have several of those and that are coming up. I don't know, my spinach, it was last year's too. It don't seem like it's coming up. I might have one over there, but I'll need to water it again tonight. I have to water it in the morning and at night because the wind, when I water it during the morning, then the wind picks up and dries it, and then I do it again. But at least they're getting a little water. Seems like it anyway. They're growing. I do have my garden all planned out with tags, and I'll show you that in a minute. And this is supposed to be, these are radishes. Radishes are coming up. And I have two different kinds of radishes. The peas are coming up. There's some peas. We did them in circles, 20-inch circles. And then we have asparagus. My goodness, this asparagus is so good, sweet, tender, you name it, it's the best. It's the best asparagus I've ever had in my life. But it will keep growing and growing, and probably have too much that we can eat, but that's okay. We love asparagus too. So yeah, and I'm wondering, when I kind of tilled it with my little manual tiller, if I should have tilled a little bit out here so they could grow easier, because it looks like they kind of go out there as well and along here too. And don't worry about the weeds, because asparagus likes to grow in the weeds. That's how it grows along the fence lines out in the country. So they do like the weeds, so we don't have to worry about pulling weeds. Strawberries, looks like they're doing good. They're popping up. Let's see if I can see any buds on any of them. Just a lot of new growth. And you know, I put some new ones in here, and I've watered this real good, got the weeds out of them, most of them. And maybe that's just what they needed, because they were so to the ground. But now they're all popping up, look happy. And this is a place, believe it or not, I weeded this a little bit last night, and it's just full of weeds. So, but the horseradish doesn't care. It's going to grow anyway. Rhubarb up front's doing pretty good too. Can't wait to see some new growth on the grapevine. It's shedding its bark. Because that's what they do. They look like they're dead, but they're not. This is their winter cover. And when spring comes and it warms up, they'll shred that layer and the bark off of it, and you can tell it's a nice cane. It's a nice cane. But if they don't, it's probably a dead cane. But we'll get it pruned up as needed. I pruned it a little bit earlier this spring, like in March, because that's what they said. I think March through the end of March, something like that. It's a good time to prune your grapevine. Oh, no. Looky here. Oh my goodness. It's starting to make leaves. Oh, wonderful. Come along. Yay, that's awesome. Yeah, here's some more. It's gonna bloom. Can't wait to see what it looks like. I've never had a grapevine except for when I was little. We had a grapevine, but I never paid much attention to it. There's another one. Yes, it's sprouting out. Good deal. We'll have some good grapes this year, I hope. All right, you guys, I think that's it that we've been doing. We've just been tugging along, trying to get things straight. I did take out some more of these pavers and put rock around it for now. And all I got to do is this one. And most of them are 12 by 12, but some of them are halves too. So, and my pin cushion finally showed a little bit of life this week when it got warm. I think she likes that warm weather. Okay, can't think of nothing else right now except I'll let you know what we're going to be doing next. Soon as this container is gone, because we've already got someone that wants to buy it. As soon as the container is gone, I think that's going to be kind of where we put the new greenhouse. And it's going to be, instead of 10 foot, it's going to be 15 foot greenhouse. And I'll have a little bit of shade over here, because you do need a little bit of shade in your greenhouse, because if you don't have a big system set up, because sometimes they get really hot inside. So it's nice to have a little bit of shade to where they can get some shade, some relief from this heavy sun. But usually in the summer I don't have much in my greenhouse. Pretty much everything's out of it. So that's it. All right, you guys. You all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye.